In this video, we're going to go over the designs focusing around the buyer presentation. So in 2021, maybe you need to give your buyer presentation an upgrade, create your buyer presentation for the first time. I'm going to share with you 5 choices and what they look like. So first thing we did is came into Command and we went to the Designs applet. While we're here, we're going to click on the plus sign, go to Print, click the next button, and that's going to take us into Designs. And in Designs, under the category of Buyer, you will find Buyer Presentation. There are 5 choices now, which is great. We started with Classic and Modern 1. Now we've got Approachable, Classic 2, and Modern 2. So these are 5 choices. They're all similar in content, just the look's a little different, and you can customize it. So if you didn't want it to be red, you'll see my version. I updated this to be blue, and so on. So here is the first version. This is the Classic 2, and I've got in here the first page. This is the Buyer Consult instruction page, so don't print this. This is just to give you ideas of what things to do for this. There is a cover sheet you can make for a client. I will give you a trick from my version of this. Here is mine. I actually updated this to say your guide for home ownership, and I actually took out the individualization of it, mainly because I wanted to have one packet I can grab and go with. So while this is the modern version with all the different pages here, you'll see my version, same concept but different colors, and painted things blue and moved things around. Just a tip, so if you wanted to make this a general home buying guide, you can redo this. I used the cover sheet and added an image there. Now there's stock images you can use inside the system. As we go through, we've got a table of contents page. We're going to have a sound decision page. We're going to talk about your needs come first. I love this page because it focuses on them. It's going to ask them to tell us a little bit more about them, like favorite way to talk, who's going to be the main person to contact, what's on your home wish list. These are great pages that honestly you can extract and put them on a clipboard and have a buyer consultation as well. So these are all questions to ask them about their home wish list, about each room, and don't forget to go 3 questions deep with these. A neighborhood preference questionnaire, getting to know the neighborhood. You can even promote the KW website to learn more about neighborhoods. Map your move. Neighborhood insights itself if they're targeting a specific neighborhood. How the home buying process works. This is great for them to kind of print out and put on a fridge. That's page 1. Here's page 2 of that same thing to get to the closing day. You're financing your future. Talks about the importance of getting a home loan and having a pre-approval. Coming in here to the home loan made simple, talking about Keller Mortgage. A resume page for you, which is great, and this has even been updated to have the WI4C2TES. Notice equity is in here, and that's been added. The competitive advantage to use either your numbers or the market center numbers. Talk about the fact that you're a trusted partner. Some quotes or some testimonials you can add here. A promise to them. A promise to the community. How to search safely during COVID. This is a new page that's been added to all the presentations to talk about safety during these times. The bottom line, real estate is complicated, and that's where I come in. I love that page. One about the app and promoting it on a guide, the search, neighborhoods, and collections. Commonly used terms. This is great to have that put in. It's kind of like your dictionary of what's happening and what terms we're going to use over and over again. Then we're going to put in here a little contact us. And you can even have your affiliated business disclosure and disclaimer at the end. So that's an example of one. The pages are going to be the same on each of these, but at least that's one layout. And I like it. There's also this one, which is the other version here. So you'll have your cover sheet again. I kind of like this one with the little square and a little touch of color. Again, all the same kind of pages you saw before. The difference is maybe the way they laid it out. Use different clip art. So I kind of like that as well. I will show you how to edit these in a moment. I just want you to get a preview of what each one is so you can decide which version is right for you. Again, they've got that WI4C2TES added here. Okay, that was that version. There's also this one. I kind of like this with the little dots. It's just a little different. It's subtle. Here's your cover sheet, table of contents, all the same kind of content you had before, just the layout's a little different, adds a little different bit of color. I like that the photos aren't necessarily square, so it's just kind of more fun and relaxing. So just my thoughts on, I like this design and something that you can use. I like that they added a note section here, how the home buying process works. Even this could be a one-pager that I might use in a buyer consultation or a buyer workshop that can talk about what the process is. Add my branding at the back of this at the bottom, right? Just pop it in there, and then that could be a handout that I give to maybe renters or other people. The financial part, all the same stuff you saw before. I just like that the layout's slightly different. It just looks a different way. Here's the last one, or next one, I should say. So this has similar stuff. I love these pages around the app. I mean, that alone could be its own page. Building your profile, what is your home wish list? I kind of like this one for the financing and the home buying process. Something about the way they laid this out with the background and the little stuff, I kind of like it. And finally, the modern version was all black, as you saw before. So these pages will be black and red, and this is the version I've already enhanced. So I will show you my version of this. And the big changes here came around the resume page. So making sure your resume is updated when choosing, putting in all this information here, using the home page around the home loans. I added some images to make sure that it just kind of tied it in, personalize it. Of course, I need to update that graphic because now we have the new version of our app. So these were some older images I used, and I will replace it with this one. And that didn't replace the way I wanted it to. So here's the good news. Delete it, add it, shrink it, and drag it down. Perfect. So this is the way that you can modify any of those pages, just showing you to get some ideas around how you can customize yours. So I'm going to come to a page that I want to customize. Let's say even just the home cover page. This is one that I used, and I used the stock images from KW. So this is a page that I enhanced, changed the colors to. So let's say I didn't want it to be this color. I wanted to change it to be, actually, I'm not sure why I used that color, honestly, because my preferred color is this version of the blue. That's a little more subtle. I like that. You can even change some of these KW logos to have a color, which I thought was pretty cool. So I can change those, which honestly, now that I've seen it, I think I'll just go with black on that one. And I can enhance this guide all the way through. Now I've added my logos to this, so you can come here to logos, drag your company logo over. I've actually got a new version of this logo, so I will delete it, pop in my new version, bring it down here, drag, and just like that, I'm changing it now. If I want to change this background color, it's up here at the top. Maybe I switch it to black, make it a little more subtle. Again, it's got a little outline, so make sure if you change the outline, it matches whatever color you choose. So I'm actually going to switch that and go back to the blue that I like. Now, stock images, I talked about this. Under images and company, you will find some other app images, lifestyles, activities, people at home. And this is a great place to come in and find those people where they're living and switch it to home ownership and add a lifestyle shot. Like maybe I want to replace it with an image like this. Maybe I want to come in here and switch it to this one. It's just your ability to kind of come in and replace it with an image of your own. Now, I like the image I had, so I will just undo that to get back to my image. There's logos, different things that you could add. So that's just an idea of what you can do. And then this page was all black originally, so I changed this to be the blue, which obviously I will fix it to that blue. And I've got the little gray here, and I can customize that. Edit the text if you want. It's all customizable. Here's an image of people. Like I said, if you wanted to change this, just come to the stock images, and you can replace it, switch it, What I like about this is why not customize it towards maybe the right people that you're working with? And I don't mean that to say discriminatory or to go there. However, if I'm working with a lot of millennials, they're going to want to see millennials on the cover. If I'm working with 55 plus and people moving to empty nesters, I might want to put some empty nesters here. That's the intention of this, not to steer them one way or the other, just so people see themselves in what you're looking at. So that's some of the ways you can enhance this, to guide this, to edit those pages here, to customize it to you. Hopefully you found value in this. Go in, make the changes, customize it the way you want. Honestly, out of this guide, I have 22 pages. I bet you at least 16 of them you don't even have to edit. You can just use them the way they are to put together your own guide. So that's it. That's how you can take advantage of the buyer guides in the design system. You have 5 choices. Choose the one that you want. My custom one is this one, and I enhanced it. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a comment. Love to hear from you. And as always, follow me at KB Connect and YouTube today.